Yeah, that's the next time that we got. Stop. Right. Contact. Out. Up. Throttle. Brakes.
2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How do you read?
Loud and clear.
I'm clear on the right. Okay.
Yep. 1, 2.
Alright, let's proceed with the checklist with your discretion.
Okay, exterior is done. Interior passenger brief.
Kind of going into the start. We just pulled by assistant oil pressure. Let's look. Okay, we're above 25. Good oil pressure. And then we have oil temperature. Still cold because the engine's cold, so give it some time. No oil pressure, mags off. Primer's in and locked. Carefully remove tie downs and chock. That's been done when I was outside. Pre-taxi. Hop start. What you got for time? That's for your logbook.
Okay, it looks like 47.9.
Nah. Go time. I got 1934. So let's take a note of it. You can put on your knee board 1934. I'll text it to you for a backup. You got your seatbelt on, right?
Yep.
Okay. Start 1934. And what else is on the list? Hobs. And we have seatbelts on the right, on the left, heat vent and defrost is required. Let's keep the... Wow, it's windy. You feel the air?
Yeah, I can feel it.
It's windy. We'll check the ATIS. We'll see how windy it is. So we got this. It's good to hold the stick if it's really, really windy. Kind of be, you know, so it doesn't really gust. Put it here. Maybe easier for us like that. Both of us can see it. And heat vent, defrost, radio, intercom is set. GPS TCAS good. Controls and trim. Trim is here. 0.
Okay.
And we got this nice and smooth. And it's still bumpy. Doors are closed on the right and the left, and windows are closed. ATIS 12665. You just push 126650. I write it down. They're probably recording new one. Sounds like they're recording new one. I like to set the field elevation.
Okay.
Which is about 80 or so, 82, somewhere in there. You know, if they don't get the ATIS for us, maybe we can just kind of get...
Yeah, negative ATIS.
Negative ATIS. And just kind of, you know, get comfortable with the airplane. So after the ATIS, we have the taxi check, right? Altimeter, already set. Radial test, brake, turn and slip, incliner, and compass. Okay, that's basically... So what I like to do is let go of the brakes.
Your brakes, your airplane.
My aircraft, my controls. I'm going to get out of the spot here. Alright, nice and easy. And as soon as I'm going to get out of the spot, look what the wind's doing. I'm not even touching the controls.
Yeah, wow.
The tail dragger. I want to go here right into the center line of the taxiway.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you just kind of get the feel for the airplane. And it's going to be difficult. Keep the power at about 1100. And be ready with more power if you need it, but no less than 1100, so you have good airflow over the, you know, control surfaces. And be ready with the stick and the heel brakes. What's going to happen is I let go of the brakes. What the wind's going to do, let's see, wind's from the left. It's going to tend to send the tail to the right and weather vane to the left.
Right.
What do we need to do with the brakes? What brake we're going to use?
You tap right brake.
Right brake.
Yeah.
Are
Now,
you ready?
before we go any further, what is the full control on the stick? How far back is it going to go? Like
All the
here?
way back here. That's
And
it.
then full forward is right here?
All the way back here.
And then to the right, right there. I just want to feel it where it feels to the stop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's it. Are you ready? I'm not going to even call for taxiing. We're going to stay in echo ramp until you get comfortable with taxiing, because unfortunately, it's not 6 o'clock in the morning and it's calm. It's windy, so it's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
But remember, we get up there, too much, come back, and
Okay.
get a sandwich and a soda.
Okay.
No big deal.
So since the wind is coming from the left, it's prudent to at least keep the stick down to the left a little
the
bit?
wind is coming from the front
320?
forward,
310?
about, let's see, about this way, kind of westerly wind, you know, northwesterly wind. So exactly what you want. You want dive into the wind, just like that. Perfect. You ready?
Okay.
And on the throttle, let's see how you feel it.
Okay, letting it go.
No ATIS at all, huh? We need the wind, and we could get the wind from the windsock.
And to make the corrections with taps on the brake.
Yeah. Be ready with the right
Okay.
tap. Yeah, right brake. That's what you need. Yeah. Man, this disco is weird. Should I shut it off? What do you think?
It doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother you?
No.
I'll keep it on.
And I have my flashlight on just as in case it's a
Yeah. We got plenty of lighting. We good. No problem. Just don't want you to complain. What the hell is this disco? I guess the light when it's ready to shut off. You know, it's actually better than nothing. Let's keep it on as a backup. Wait, no, it's solid. Flashing solid. You did good.
Okay. It's just, it's very strange.
Yep, that's tail dragger. And remember, initially it's going to be hard, but after a little while, you get used to it, you do much better.
Just want to make sure that tail doesn't get away. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not going to get away because I'm here.
Okay.
Alright. And 82 feet now, so I'm going to set it right there. And we'll call it. I don't know, something wrong with the ATIS. Let's try it again. 2665, 21. We'll just say negative
ATIS.
negative ATIS, yeah. Nothing else we can do.
Okay.
Basically, Republic ground, Luscombe 77927. Echo ramp information, negative
ATIS.
or information negative. And ready to taxi, would like to stay in the pan and take off some landings. That's, you know, I want to see with the wind how we handle this before we go somewhere.
And where's the push torque? Oh, down here?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. And 21.6?
Yep,
Okay.
we're up.
Alright, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Luscombe, is it 77927? Luscombe 77927 coming out of the shelter ramp.
Echo.
Luscombe 77927, thank you, I see you right side and runway 32, taxi via Alpha cross runway 1.
Okay, 32 Alpha cross 1.
Beautiful. You'll see Papa, make a right on Alpha, Papa, and then take Alpha, cross runway 1 all the way to the port end.
Okay.
It's pretty easy, right? Go back this way. How's the wind? Challenging or not too bad?
Well, I don't feel it as much right now,
Uh-huh.
but I can feel the airplane buffeting a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I got the line.
I see the windsock at least 15 knots. Look at the windsock over
Oh,
there.
it's really straight.
It's straight down, so it's pretty windy. You're doing a wonderful job. Very safe, very good speed. So it's gonna tend to run away from you. You see?
That's why I want to hear. You know, I tried to.
Yeah, it's gonna tend to run away from you, but I'm helping you on the right
Okay,
controls.
good. Thank you.
This aircraft is fully qualified for instruction. It's got dual controls. I got dual brakes on right, dual rudder pedals, dual stick. So we're good. I'm backing you up.
So right on Alpha cross cross
Right,
1.
That's right. Now you're gonna need a little bit more power in the tap on the right brake.
Okay.
And she's gonna turn into the one. There you go.
Oh, I feel it there.
There you go. The wind wants to push the tail right, and it doesn't want to turn right. Okay, now be careful. Be ready with the counteract. Okay, there you go. Now the best thing you can do is dive away from the wind. Very good. Which is this way, exactly. And be ready with both heels on the brake. Give you some light. So,
It's just that my heels are so close to each other, it
Yeah.
doesn't feel natural.
yep. Now is a good time to drop it down to 1,000. Yeah. A little bit more.
Right there,
A
900.
little bit more, 1,000. That's for spark plug falling right there.
Okay, cross 1.
Republic ground, Cessna
we're clear, right?
4138.
All right.
Negative ATIS, request full stop
It's
taxi
gonna
back.
take you
Echo ramp.
just about 10 minutes
9413
for the ground
runway
handling
32,
before
taxi
you
via
get
Alpha cross
comfortable
runway
with it.
1, full stop taxi back on request.
Do you recommend tapping the brakes mostly, or do it in conjunction with rudder?
Alpha crosswind when you
I recommend when it's that windy and the wind is pushing us
Wind
so far.
22 gust 3-1 for
Gusting to 3-1.
Right.
Did you hear what she said?
Yes.
Gusting to 3-1.
What are your limits from this airplane?
The maximum
Listen,
crosswind
9413,
component.
did you copy? The wind is 31014 gust 3-1. 9413, just before you text there, just do me a favor, give me a radio check and check another radio. There's a lot of background noise and some reverb on your radio. Luscombe 927, mile and clear.
Okay.
Cessna 9413 at AFD for the radio check.
Okay, Cessna, radio check.
So it's better on your side.
I think we push the talk
9413,
maybe.
Roger, you can start your
Or maybe a microphone is too far or something.
Oh, I got it right there. Oh, okay.
Again,
Maybe Mike pushed the talk is- okay, so, but,
15 gust 3-1.
Okay, we'll copy the winds. No, we'll cancel our gust test clearance.
Gusting to 31?
Cessna 94138, you still
Maybe it's like spurts.
cancel the taxi?
Yeah.
Cessna
Maximum crosswind
9413, thank you, we'll see you tomorrow.
maximum crosswind component is 10 for the airplane, but mine is a different ball game. And the reason I say that is because I kind of minimize the crosswind component when I turn into the wind, so I may turn. I mean, depends on what the wind's coming in on landing. Takeoffs is not a problem, but on a landing, if the wind is coming too much from the left, I'm gonna land on the right side of the runway and turn into the wind.
Minimize it,
and land at an angle.
At an angle.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see. We'll get a wind check.
I feel it really wants to push me, and I try not to ride the brakes.
Unfortunately, that's the only thing you can do now with so much wind. The only way you can make it work is by using the brakes. There's nothing else you can do.
Wow.
And some of these aircraft were certified back in the days with no brakes,
Yikes.
which
Really?
means you cannot fly. How are you going to stop?
Yeah.
30 knots of tailwind,
No
and
way.
you're on the taxiway with no brakes. You're grounded. You can't fly.
Yeah.
But this aircraft has brakes, so you can use the differential brakes as necessary to slow you down and maintain the center line.
How's this going so far? Because I feel like I'm S-turning a little
You're
bit.
doing just fine. That's how it goes.
I just want to make sure it just doesn't whip around me,
Nope.
you know?
Unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
Okay.
Nothing else you can do.
It's just so foreign feeling, you know?
It's completely different type of flying. Don't even, whatever you're used to, just put it aside and start from scratch.
Okay.
Because flying tailwheel aircraft is a completely different ball game on the ground. And it is pretty, bumpy. I mean, pretty windy. You can look at that windsock. It's kind of moving. We're going to, remember that windsock on landing? That's your windsock right there on the left side of the runway. And we'll keep an eye on it when we're coming back in for landing.
You know, a main reason is, for getting exposure to the tail and eventually get the endorsement is that if I'm going to be an instructor, I think it's right to at least have tailwind experience and have the endorsement, because I don't think it's fair to me, I don't think it's fair to the students. You know, because I would think you're just not a complete pilot if you're not flying a tailwheel airplane.
Absolutely. You got to be current. You got to do your takeoffs and landings at night to full stop. You got to be, you got to be on it. And it's, it's not going to come easy, so. Yep. We're going to pull over to the run-up area here.
Okay, I see the edge.
Yep. And remember, wind's behind. As soon as you make that right turn, what the wind's going to do is going to swing the tail to run away from you. So be ready.
I'll take my time with it.
Exactly. Be ready with the opposite brake. Beautiful job. A little bit more to the right. Looks like the wind is more. Another 30 degrees right is where the wind is.
Around.
Get your right brake in, and there you go. Perfect. Alright, now you're good. You're right into the wind.
I want to get rid of this pen because I'm not going to do any writing. I just want to get the 8 or something.
Yeah, we're good. Now we're just windsock and pilot report. That's the only thing we're going to be working on. So, alright, good. So now we're going to do run-up check, so let's see, the checklist should be here somewhere. Did it fall? Right there, perfect. Okay. I'll give you a quick run-up here for you, so save some time. I want you to do more flying than brake set. Just selectors on, brake set for takeoff. Flight controls, do your flight control check, make sure everything's my left hand nice and clear. I'm looking at the aileron, it's moving. Left and right. Excellent. Instruments warming up nicely. Primers in and locked. And do 1500 RPM. Hold the brakes. Brakes are set. Check the bags. Bags are good. And let's see, engine instruments. Nice and warm. Cabin heat is on. We got carburetor heat. There's your drop. Back on, and idle check closed. Alright, we got that. Now we got pre-takeoff fuel selectors on. Carburetor heat is off for now. Transponder is on wind direction. Let's look at the windsock. Is it a cross right now?
It looks like it's quartering.
It's constantly moving. Okay,
yeah.
Just keep an eye on that wind time. What you got for time now?
It's 10 to 8, so that's 7:50.
Okay, 7:49 or so. And a board plan. This is what I like to do with this airplane. We'll probably have sufficient runway remaining for landing in case of an engine failure, you know, on low altitude because it's so much headwind.
Right.
And this thing will get up like really quick. If you have an engine failure, on takeoff, maintain safe airspeed, land straight ahead. Insufficient runway remaining for a normal landing. We'll do shallow tries to avoid obstacles. Land into the wind. 31 knots of headwind. And our stall speed is 45 miles an hour. Wow. So our ground speed on touchdown landing into the wind is going to be nothing.
Is this a miles per hour airspeed?
Miles an hour.
MPH, I see it.
Miles an hour. So, you're thinking about doing the impossible turn tonight? Don't even try it.
I'll just
You're
pull the
so much. Oh, you're flying serious.
Yeah.
Don't even think about the impossible turn because landing into the wind straight ahead is your best choice no matter what because it's so much wind.
Right.
Even if you hit something at 10, 15 miles an hour, we're more than likely to survive.
Yeah.
Than landing downwind into a runway with a tailwind and flipping over at 100 miles an hour with 31 knots of the back. So just remember that. It's very important now when it's windy. On the takeoff, let's review that.
Okay.
We're going to stop the airplane. Full stop on centerline. Going to check the windsock. Check the heading. Full throttle, nice and slow. Okay? Check the oil pressure. Control forward. As soon as the tail comes up, maintain directional control with the rudder and let the airplane just lift off the ground.
Is this about where neutral is?
Let go. This is neutral.
Okay.
This is control forward. This is aft. Right there.
Okay.
Neutral, control forward. If the control forward, a little bit of wind coming up the tail and the elevator is going to lift up. When it lifts up, you want a little bit of release on that stick pressure forward. And hold the pitch attitude. I'll talk you through the takeoff. You'll hear it. You ready?
Okay.
Let's go to the runway.
It's a little hard to see the numbers there.
That's okay. I got you covered. You ready?
Could you hold the brakes for a minute?
Yep. I got the brakes.
Just want to make sure my feet are properly positioned because I feel like my feet are slipping.
Okay. Yep. I'm actually going to get you comfortable with the pedals. I'll start moving. And when you're ready, I'll let you have it.
Okay.
See, with practice and the brakes, the airplane, with all the wind, it's kind of, you have control over it, you know, just practice. And the yellow line, when you're ready, I'll let you have the controls. Final's clear.
Yeah, you line it up on the taxiway, and then when it's stopped, I'll put my feet down.
Okay, we'll transfer the controls and we're pulled over. Are you ready for takeoff other than that?
Yeah, ready to go.
Okay, I'll talk to her.
Luscombe 77927, Republic Tower. Wind 310 at 20. Runway 3250 for takeoff. Make right traffic.
Okay, straight down the runway at 20 knots. You ready?
Okay, ready to go.
Your controls.
Clear, right? And we're clear for takeoff.
Clear for
Close
takeoff,
traffic.
right traffic, that is correct. Take it easy, winds from the left, it's going to push the tail to the right, and the airplane's going to weather vane to the left.
Okay.
Which is what's happening now. You see the airspeed, you see everything? Yep, right.
Speed, altitude.
Very important, very important. You got to see the tack, you got to see the airspeed, you got to see your altimeter, and the turn and slip indicator to maintain coordinated flight.
Okay.
We'll do one landing and kind of discuss it.
Okay. No
'Cause it's
problem.
I mean, it's fun, but it's windy. I don't want you to be overwhelmed.
No, that's fine.
That's all good. I mean, you're a commercial pilot, you should be handling it.
Yeah, but I don't want to be too complacent about it. This is a completely different ballgame right here.
It's definitely a different ballgame. We are clear for takeoff.
Okay, neutral, wind is slightly from the left. I see the sock.
It's beautiful, beautiful position of the flight control. Nice and slow. Get off the brakes now. Stay on the rudder.
Okay.
Nice and gentle. Don't be solid on the rudder. Very nice and smooth corrections. Okay, full throttle, nice and easy. I'm with you. More power. Tail's coming up. Hold that pitch attitude. Full power. Full power. Hold that pitch. She's going to leap off the ground really quickly.
Wow.
You
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's a lot of wind.
We're pretty much going vertical almost.
We're practically lifted off at about 100 feet. Okay, now let's go ahead, get that nose down and retrim as necessary.
Oh, where's the trim wheel with the hand?
It's right here. Put your hand right there.
Oh, the knob?
Yeah. What do you feel like? You need back trim?
Okay, let's see. Yeah, a little back trim.
Okay, feel it. Get the feel for the trim.
Okay, that's a bit weird. Okay.
Yep.
Right close traffic.
That's right. You see, we're not even halfway down the runway, 300 feet. Imagine if we have an engine failure now.
Oh, forget it. We got straight ahead. Good to go.
Plenty of runway. Plenty runway.
This is nothing like what I expected.
Absolutely not. A little bit more right rudder, get that nose forward.
Okay.
There you go, look for about 80. Very nice.
Attention public air information, Yankee current. Altimeter 297.
Uncoordinated.
Whoa. Step on the rudder.
Okay.
If you can go ahead and step on both rudder pedals at the same time, you can relieve the brake pressure. You can just put your heels comfortable on the floor. You don't have to touch
Okay,
the
this is
brakes.
more comfortable that way.
And then when you put a little bit more pressure on the rudder and then kind of feel what the rudder is doing, you'll do much better off flying the airplane. That's right. Alright, I think that's sufficient altitude. What do you think? We turn downwind?
Yep, 700 feet.
Okay, now this airplane will lose a lot of airspeed as you're turning, so what I like to do is apply a little bit of forward stick pressure and turn right before you turn. Very nice.
Okay.
Tower, good evening. Hopscotch 12 SR22 is 10 to the northwest inbound with Yankee.
And Hopscotch, join the left down runway 32, I missed the number.
Left down for 32, and that's Hopscotch 12.
Hopscotch 12.
Yeah, pressing on the pedals feels better.
A little bit more feel because the wind is so strong that it wants to just swing it wants to get crazy on the rudder.
You could stay tight, right?
Yeah, keep it tight, keep it tight. Keep it tight, yeah, keep it tight. You can go ahead and turn downwind now. We're good. You know, it makes you feel very safe when there's a lot of headwind straight down the runway because you stop faster and you take off faster. Your performance.
Absolutely.
Yep. You know, I had so many emails for cancellations today.
Wow.
So a lot of pilots weren't comfortable with the wind today.
No, when there's a wind and you're going up in a stroke, I think that's the best time to go up.
Wind 31014, gust 22.
Just giving us a wind check, I guess.
We'll look at the wind suck. We're good. I don't want to bother
Okay, want
too
us
much.
to call them right downwind?
Yep.
Well, I gave you touch and go clearance. Did you want a landing clearance?
Let's do a landing clearance.
Okay.
Luscombe 927, clear for the arm.
Do we pull power back some?
Absolutely, yeah. Beam your touchdown point, throttle back to 1500. And with this airplane, you want to keep it nice and wide. You know why?
Okay.
No flaps.
Oh yeah.
And 90 miles an hour is good here.
I feel like I'm being pushed over that
Oh
way.
yeah. Alright, they'll tell you when your point is to turn. You go ahead and turn now to the base.
Okay.
Now, let go of the stick. Let's see what the trim's doing.
It's too tight. I have to.
Like nose heavy?
Yeah.
Now let's fix it for you.
We don't want to feel which way you're turning it to get it down.
Yeah.
That's to push it down.
Yeah, you feel it?
Yeah, yeah.
Feel
yeah.
it spinning now?
Yes. To the left down. Okay, got it.
Well,
I didn't know which direction it was. Okay.
It's not normal. It's like
Okay.
That's like how they did it back in the 30s. They weren't thinking.
Alright.
Or they were thinking too much and made a hell of an airplane. Alright, let's go turn right into the base. A lot of wind, so we gotta be a little...
Got the runway in sight.
Yep. Just keep that nice visual approach so you can identify your glide path.
Okay.
I like red and white all the way to touchdown zone.
Okay.
Everyone's different. You may need to carry a little bit more power.
Right.
Because a lot of wind.
Okay. And then just identifying that's runway 32 right over here.
I'm gonna put the carburetor heat just in case. And I'll do your pre-landing checklist.
Okay.
You just focus on flying the plane
Okay.
and pre-landing. Was that first?
Acceptance safe, Foxtrot 12.
No, that wasn't first. Full landing checklist. We got seatbelt on, carburetor heat is on, fuel selector is on, trim. How's your trim?
Trim.
Trim's good?
Yep.
Alright. Runway 32, and we got right traffic, and the wind.
Foxtrot 12, I apologize. You want to
We'll take a look at the windsock as we're coming.
Scott 12, number 2, advise traffic in sight.
Traffic in sight.
And pre-landing check complete.
Scott 12, runway 32, clear to land number 2, wind 290 at 20.
So this is a full stop.
32, clear to land.
20 gusting to 35.
Wow.
Okay, what I would like to do is stay away from the brakes.
Yep, they're away.
And you're doing a wonderful job. Just keep flying the plane, stay on the glide path. Power is good, maybe a little bit touch of power. Touch of power, about 1500.
It's a little stiff on the throttle there.
There you go,
Okay.
perfect. You got the throttle friction.
Oh, that's
yeah,
okay. Thank you. Yep.
That's a good power setting. They'll take you all the way down.
Okay.
Keep it right there because you got a lot of headwinds. Maybe a touch of power and a little bit more speed, maybe 85 for the gust, because there's a lot of gust factor here. So, a little bit more right rudder.
And that thing is like all over the place.
Oh yeah, it's a very light aircraft. You're 1,200 pounds. That's the whole gross weight on this thing.
I just want to keep it at 2 red. I know there's plenty of runway there.
2 reds all the way down.
Scott, show you speed advised, the Luscombe on shore funnel is showing 40 knots over the ground.
Good to know.
I got 37. A little bit more power. There you go.
What's a good approach speed? 80?
About 80 for this wind because it's pretty gusty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott 12, just make...
you know, if you ask me, I think it's too rigid for you. I think we should call it off.
Yeah.
But if it's up to you, if you want to try
Okay.
another
Just
one.
do this with me, man.
I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. Just stay calm. You'll follow me on the controls. I'm looking at the windsock right now. I'll tell you when to throttle back.
Okay.
And a little bit of crosswind from the left. Alright. So we're going to land
Feet
on
are
the
off the
right side of the runway. Feet are off the brakes. Get a little bit more loose on the control on the rudder.
Alright.
Go, throttle back. Nice and easy, all the way to idle. Feel it?
Yeah.
Very good. Set touchdown, get that tail down, a little bit of wind, nice and easy, stay on the rudder. And we're gonna make the first left, I think it's Alpha 4.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
She wants to get away from you, but you're on it.
Okay, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Scott 12, go around.
Alright, Scott 12.
Luscombe 927, exit Alpha 4, taxi right Alpha, cross runway 1.
I think the guy with the Cirrus hopscotch is a Cirrus,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Looks like he went around.
And Scott 12, make right traffic, runway 32, clear to land.
I'll do your landing checklist. You can
Alpha
just proceed Alpha 4 and Alpha. running away from you, huh?
Yeah,
Straighten up that tail wheel. Have the landing check. We got carburetor heat off. Trim is set for takeoff. And transporter's up. Yeah.
I haven't even crossed the hold line yet. I don't want to rush to spin this thing.
You don't want to rush this.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to be right.
You know, if it's calm, you can probably take the turns at, 10, 15 miles an hour. But if it's that windy, trust me, you don't want to rush this thing. You want to really take your time.
Okay, Alpha 2 cross.
Yeah, we're going to make a right on here. Okay, it's this right, sharp right up here.
Okay.
And we're going to cross runway 1 to Echo.
I think this was an excellent intro, and just to show you how serious it is.
Make sure. I wanted you to, get the feel of what it's like to fly a tail dragger.
Right.
And what's happening now, it was windier than, I thought it is. I mean, it was 16 when he checked.
Yeah, I think it's getting stronger.
It's getting stronger.
Because the high that's coming in from the south and west, it seems like the core of it is moving.
The isobars are much more
tighter.
That's it. So what's happening here? We're gonna go now, have a coffee, have some snack. I don't know, whatever. If you're hungry, well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna have some food.
Okay.
But we're gonna sit there, and you're gonna be like, I think I underestimated flying a tailwheel aircraft. Because when it's really windy, you really got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it can catch you by surprise. And if it's a lot of crosswind, be ready to go around at least 3 times before you can, make a good landing. And remember, a go-around is always going to be...
Oh, you want to go in here or down there?
No, straight ahead, Papa.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
Like Papa. And remember, a go-around is always going to be a viable option. Also.
Okay.
She's still running away from you.
Yeah,
Still need to tap on the right brake.
Okay, so going to NASA Flash.
Shelter, Hopscotch 12.
Okay, Hopscotch Travis, and I'm in NASA. Shelter, taxi right call to the ramp.
Right, go to the ramp with you.
I think my legs are going to be sore tonight.
No, this is a short hop. We didn't do much. But remember, from the minute we start the
Trying
prop,
to get over to the right, it's pushing me towards the grass.
I'll help you a little bit here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let me know if you need help. I'll take over. Remember, from the minute we start the propeller until after this thing stops, what's your feet doing?
Moving.
Constantly. Your heels, your rotor pedals, your flight controls, you're constantly flying even though you're on the ground. And that's how it is to fly a light tail dragger. I mean, it's all over the place. It's all over the place. Look at that turn now. You gotta try.
It was turning by itself.
Yep. You gotta try. Wait till you go on the other side. Wait.
I'm just managing the swing.
Yep. Wait till you go downhill now. Keep going, and you'll see. Let go of the brakes. Let's see what the plane's doing.
It wants to.
Going to the right.
We gotta make a left this way, right?
Sharp left. Yeah.
Right here. Okay.
Yep. And it's gonna take a lot of tap on the left brake because what's happening, the wind's coming down a runway and acting.
Just trying to make sure I have enough clearance from this guy here.
Just hold the brake and she'll swing really tight.
Okay, there he goes.
Keep going with the power. She'll swing really tight. There you go. Watch the other side.
Yeah, that's why I wanna. You must have a blast, man.
I love it to see the trend. Let's call it the nose dragger pilots transitioning to tail wheel.
Yeah.
I just have a blast because I see them like so stressed and worked out. I have a lot of time I have a lot of tail wheel time and I have a lot of Luscombe time in this particular model. So I'm very comfortable with the airplane. I know the limits.
Yeah.
But I see the guys, I mean, like just like exhausted by the time. I'm like, oh man, this is not for me. This is too much. Especially when it's like that windy like tonight.
I mean, I could see where somebody can be turned off because it's very easy to, drive a nose dragger.
That's right.
But I'm up for the challenge, and I don't want to just like say no.
I get those. I get those a lot.
Yeah.
About 10 to 15% of the pilots are up for the challenge, and believe it or not, pilot examiners.
Oh.
Pilot
Okay,
examiners.
your controls, so you can
my
take care of it.
I'll take care of it.